Good morning, guys. How are you? Happy Winning Wednesdays. Good morning to my winners. Um, kind of gloomy today, but you know, I think about what I talk about, I want to talk about every week. And this topic came about even more so having a couple of conversations this past week with clients, sellers, buyers. And so I wanted to at least bring this as a topic to you so that you fully understand. We are here as realtors to help consult with you to, and any of your other partners in the real estate transaction to help you with what is suited to your specific lifestyle. You know, I was actually just having a conversation with a client yesterday. She's a seller, and she selling her condo, and they bought a home end of last year, and they're about ready to bring another child into this world. So a condo was great when she was by herself, and now she's married with children. And not to say that homes have anything to do with having children and family or anything like that, because we have plenty of people who are individuals purchasing a house or even multi-unit. So what's your specific lifestyle and what is it contoured for? So for myself, I purchased a condo. Oh, goodness gracious. How long ago was this? I purchased in, I believe, 2000. And I bought a condo. And you know what? Even then, my guy says, why would you want to buy a condo? It's like glorified apartment. And I'm like, no, like I said, at the end of the day, everybody has their own opinions and thoughts about how and what they should purchase and what they should live in. And the reality is this: have you identified if this is reality or is this what you're envisioning and dreaming? And believe me, envisioning and dreaming and reality are two totally different things. And so you want to be able to sit down and write down all the things and talk to people who you've know, family, friends, talk to your realtor, talk to anyone you know who owns a home, and ask them, what are the pros and cons to what you have lived in, and share with me your experiences, because experiences, more than anything else, will share with you what is going to happen. Okay, because we all live in this ideal world in our minds of what XYZ living should be like. Okay, guys. So, but with all that being said, so we look at condos. Condos are great. They're great for, again, if you travel a lot, and you might not need a lot of space, or you don't want to deal with the maintenance. Okay, so I'll kind of bring up about like one or two pluses and minuses, if you will. We won't say minuses, but um, benefits and disadvantages. I don't want to say anything that it's negative, okay, guys? But to every good, there is a not so good, if you will. Okay, so condos are great. They're convenient. I gotta remember if we had the snowstorm that we did. It just what, about a week ago we had that snowstorm, and living in a condo, wouldn't have to worry about shoveling a drop or an inch of snow. Wouldn't have to even pick up a shovel. I didn't even have a shovel unless it was in the car. Okay. However, when you own a home or even a multi-unit that you're living in, you could certainly be the one shoveling the snow, or of course you could hire somebody to do it. I'm hearing more and more these days where we're having people, this year I noticed that people said that their kids were going around carrying the shovel and helping out other people, or even just adults helping others. I mean, this has been a year, and last year, that we should get together and rally up and help each other out, right? So, anyways, convenience is great when it comes to a condo. And however, there's a cost associated with living in condos. You have association dues, okay? Association dues are, again, the cost of that convenience. You're paying and it depends on what kind of condo setup you're living in. If you're living in a high rise, then you would have a maintenance person on staff, a door person, elevator. If you're living downtown, you might have dry cleaners. I don't know with COVID if that was still the case of having a dry cleaners. I have a condo in Hyde Park, and the theater, the little exercise room has been closed off ever since COVID started. So unfortunately, those conveniences that you pay for in your assessments aren't unfortunately a convenience you can use right now, because unfortunately due to COVID, there are certain conveniences that have been made unavailable to the owners. Okay. So again, convenience, there's a cost with condos, okay? But there is convenience that comes that provides a lot of advantages, okay? So again, simplicity, don't have to worry about doing a lot of maintenance. So the cost of maintenance is added into the cost of your ownership, okay? Cost of ownership is very key in looking at the type of homes you want to purchase, or being able to, is it a cost of ownership, as well as the ability to get the benefit of cost of ownership could also mean with a two flat, is not just cost, but there is the opportunity for, if you will, creating wealth. You create wealth all the way across the board with real estate investment, okay? Because the reality is this: you are at least paying your own mortgage and not your landlord's mortgage. And you can certainly be a landlord by owning a 2 or 3 or 4 unit. Again, the cost of ownership comes into, again, being able to manage the property that you decide to purchase. Okay, so again, if it's going to be a multi-unit, it's going to be the same type of living. If you're living in an apartment right now, then owning a 2-unit, 3-unit, or 4-unit is basically the same space. Okay, so is it a space consideration? Is it a cost of ownership perspective, being able to create more wealth? Those are things that, again, jot down and put yourself on a yes. We're working on that, Miss Stacy. And thank you for joining me, Miss Geneva. Geneva is a homeowner. Neba is looking to purchase. And Miss Casey, thanks so much for joining us. We will definitely look forward to helping you with that. And yes, you want a single home for your toddler to grow up. They want a backyard to run around in, right? And then once they're entering high school, you want to go into a condo. That's awesome. And we can certainly talk about that, because I know we are working on that. And Miss Tanya, how you doing? Thanks so much for joining us today. Anyways, we were talking about multi-units, okay? So the cost of ownership could be a little higher, because now you are having to certainly keep a certain budget or an emergency fund in your account, because now you are the landlord, guys. So you can't call your landlord because, oh my God, you are the landlord, right? So now you have to be prepared. Well, what if the furnace breaks down? Or what if hot water is not working? So you have to call a plumber. If you're not handy and you need to make sure the hot water is running, then you need a plumber. And so not just do you have to have emergency fund, but make sure you have your emergency contacts. And at the end of the day, you should have your emergency contacts available at your disposal for basically any type of home you purchase, because of course the hot water tank can still go out in your condo as it is in single family, as in a 2-unit. But when you're in a multi-family building, you are now responsible for the safety and the use of the property for other families. Again, therein lies a multi-family building, right, guys? So again, you have to have the expenses ready. And then in a situation like this today, we're in COVID times, and some people are still unemployed and not able to pay their rent. Well, what happens? And you got to be prepared for that. So the money that you would save in purchasing a multi-unit, because now you have 1, 2, 3 other people helping you with the cost of your mortgage, make sure you are saving that money and not just say, hey, that's another source of income for me to use, because emergencies do happen. And you always want to be prepared for those emergencies so that you don't ever allow yourself to be caught in a predicament where, oh my God, what am I going to do now? Um, be prepared. Always be prepared, okay? So, financially, as well as just having your resources available, so that, again, when what happens if pipes burst in the middle of the winter? You don't have the time to wait. Oh, well, let me call or let me go on Google or Facebook and ask who's a good plumber. That point, you need to know one, a good plumber, or not even or, and do you know where is your main switches that where water is supposed to be turned off so that in the case water pipes burst, you know exactly where to go and to make sure you stop that problem at the time. Otherwise, it's going to cause further damage, and then that's again cost of ownership. So the cost of ownership comes into the maintenance, not just the mortgage. Okay, so maintenance, mortgage, and then being able to properly take your your expenses when you're running a multi-unit home, the cost of that, to also provide that as an outline detail to your accountant to help you with your tax returns. Okay, so owning a home certainly helps you with the cost of ownership because now you have, if you will, a tax shelter. If anybody who is listening to this and you're making a lot of money, you really should be owning some form of real estate because the real estate is certainly a way to help you with the tax shelter. Those of you who are operating a small business out of your home, you can certainly use your own personal investment and use that as not only a tax shelter, but also you are operating your business out of your home. You're legitimately operating a business out of your home. You are also able to make additional deductions and get more money from the government when you file your taxes. Okay, so with all that being said, let me see who else is there. Hello, Mr. Brandon. Hey, how you doing? He's one of my newest homeowners that closed last year. So hopefully you are enjoying your home. And of course, you know, you can always call me with any questions as you do. But anyways, so cost of ownership, single family. Single families are looking at, would I say the path of least resistance? I don't know. I was getting ready to say that again. It's all based off of your specific needs. I say that because we talk about the particular types of financing as well in my topic about not what kind of properties, but what also the financing, because not all financings can purchase your home. Now, FHA typically can go across the board with a multi-unit or a single family. However, it's also based off of condition. So, and then it's also based off of credit and based off of down payment, your debt to income ratio, all those things come into place. Okay. So, but when you are buying a property, you also have to look at the kind of financing you get into because FHA has lenient guidelines, more lenient guidelines when it comes to comparing to conventional financing because it's allowing a little higher debt to income ratio. It also allows for if you had a recent bankruptcy, it allows you to buy sooner than later because FHA allows you to buy after bankruptcy for 2 years, while a conventional financing allows for 4. Conventional financing is also more rigid about if you have past payment history being past due because you can't have past due accounts, I believe 24 months with the conventional, whereas with FHA, they're a little bit more lenient. So although that FHA is a little bit more lenient, the condition is a little bit more stricter, if you will, or has more layers of allowances because in FHA you have to, even something as simple as, and we think it's simple, but it's important to the lender, because of liability for them future as well as for your own safety at the end of the day, because FHA looks at safety perspectives. And so handrails, as little as we think about, we really may not use a handrail, right? We just jump out of bed and go straight down the stairs and we're getting ready to make coffee to get ready to go to work. And we don't think about using handrails, but to a lender, FHA, handrails are important because again, it's about your safety. Electrical outlets being GFCIs. So again, it's about the financing. Now, condo, FHA is not that simple, okay? Because FHA, not only when you're dealing with FHA or a condo, are you dealing with just the borrower, but now you're also dealing with the association or the building you're buying into. Is the building also cleared for FHA approval, okay? Because it's all about the investment that the lender is making for you, because it is, I feel a little something going on over here, little twitch. Hi, Miss Sandra, how are you? I've been thinking about you, my friend. I will call you and we will definitely talk and catch up. Ms. Diana, thanks so much for always watching and supporting. She's a fellow small business owner, and you'll be watching her very shortly because we'll have a little fun event with her coming up. Anyways, so what we're talking about, financing, okay? FHA, financing for a condo. FHA is an extra layer of complexity that goes behind buying a condo under FHA finance, because not only do you as the buyer have to be FHA approved, now the association, the building has to be FHA approved, and that FHA approval is every 2 years with a condo. So single family, it's the easiest way to get into FHA financing if your specific financial situation dictates that you need to go FHA, because there might have been a past bankruptcy, or your debt to income ratio is higher, but also condition, again, is important. So if you have a fixer-upper, then you can't go just straight FHA, but you would need to go do a renovation loan, which could be FHA, or renovation loan conventional. So again, all depends on the individual type of property. So let's talk about your lifestyle and what your specific financial goals are for purchasing your real estate for yourself, okay? And I have plenty of people who have come to me who said, I want to invest in property, but then want to continue to live and rent in a property. Well, to me, no disrespect, guys, it doesn't make no sense to me. If you are going to own real estate, the one that you live in, and then maybe just make it a dual purpose thing, homeowner occupied / investment. Now I know, that again, here we go with this plus and minus, or pros and cons. When you're buying a multi-unit that you plan on living in, then of course, naturally, you are the landlord, and unless you choose to share or not share with your tenants that you are the owner, you can certainly say, hey, I'm not the owner, I'm just another tenant just like you, okay? And you have a property management company or a engineer who is watching out and fixing your property, so you're sending your contractor straight there, and then they can come and fix the property. So then again, that's your decision, okay? Whatever you decide, we're here to support you and help make that dream come true, okay? So again, we talk about condo, we talked about single family. Single family is, again, there are the programs, FHA, conventional, renovation, they all apply, and you can even do. You know what? That's a good question I have to ask myself. Any lenders that are listening right now, if you are buying a condo, certainly, I would imagine there has to be some FHA opportunities, or I'm assuming not FHA, renovation opportunities where you can buy and fix into your own property. So I'll have to get that answer for you. And so, because I haven't actually had somebody that bought a condo that needed a fixing up, unless it was just an investor doing all of that. Let's see. Okay, so I just want to acknowledge everybody who has been watching. Danielle, Latoya, and Ayana. Okay, so with all that being said, good morning, Michelle. How are you? I think we talked about, okay, so single condo, single family, multi-units. So let me just add to the multi-unit conversation here. So buying a 2-unit, 3-unit, 4-unit, FHA will allow you to buy residential loans. Conventional or FHA will allow you to buy 2 to 4 units. If you're a first-time homeowner and you want to purchase, maybe a 2-unit might be suggested. If you're, or my guy, he grew up seeing his grandfather own property, and he comes from a family of investors. His uncle was a realtor, and actually he's the one I solely dedicate to me getting into real estate 18 years ago, almost 19 years ago. Got laid off by corporate America 3 times in 5 years, and I said, no more. I'm becoming my own boss. This is ridiculous. So we got into real estate, and so I'm the marketing, sales, he's construction, and the heavy lifting. Anyways, he encouraged us to get together and get into this business, and today we are still being investors in real estate, and we buy, fix, and flip, and we also have some holdings of properties. So that is a great way to wealth. And sure, when we hit rock bottom in 2008, we had some, of course, bumps and bruises, big bumps and bruises. However, we still rose above it and continued to invest in real estate, and still made money, and a nice form of money. And we'll talk about that as we get into the next couple of weeks about investing in real estate. Is it investing in real estate from a perspective of just straight, I know people who are doing Airbnb. There are people who are just investing in real estate because, hey, I'm tired of paying my landlord. I'm tired of not being able to paint the walls, or I want to have a backyard for my kids. Whatever your why is, we're here to help you accomplish that goal. Okay. So, but going back again, 2-unit, 3-unit, 4-unit. It's a little bit easier if you're managing a 2-unit, if you're a first-time home owner, okay? However, if you have some experience and some knowledge and you've got some gumption, certainly 3-unit, 4-unit. I have clients that have all of the above that are first-time homeowners, okay? So whatever your financial goals are, that is going to, we'll find the property that matches up to it. So with all that being said, let's chart out your path of homeownership. What does it look like to you? Is it going to be simple with a condo? And I laugh about simplicity with a condo, because condos, as simple as they are, they can also be very stressful and complex, because now you are dealing with, again, a building, whether it be a 3-unit, a 8-unit, a 10-unit, 40 units. I lived in a complex that had 4 separate buildings, but we were attached with 18 units in each building, but one association. And so 72 owners. And of course, you have 72 mindsets and opinions about how things are run. And then you have management, condo management companies, and you also have board meetings, and you have condo board meetings, and the rules and guidelines and regulations. So again, these are things that you have to keep in mind about purchasing the type of home you want to purchase into. When you're buying into condo, it can be simple, but it can also be stressful and complex, because you also have meeting the needs and guidelines. I have a 1-bedroom in Beverly that is on the market, and I have to go through county board president and the county board members to do certain things just for something as simple as a showing. So anyways, again, what are your goals? What is your path? What does your path of homeownership looks like? And so we can certainly help you carve out the best solution to help you talk about your pros and cons. We're here to consult with you, not just sell. I'm a consultant, okay? I'm not just a salesperson, and I'd rather be your consultant, your friend, your ally, than your enemy. Okay, so I'm here to consult with you. Reach out to me anytime you like, and if you need to talk to a lender, I have plenty of lenders available to you so we can help you get on the path to home ownership for 2021 your way. Okay, your life, your story. And I thank you so much for joining me. It's 8:30 and I've got to hop on another call. But hopefully this video and live works. Share it with anybody who you know who is interested in looking to purchase in this year or in the coming years, because if we need to work on your game plan about budgeting and saving money, we can certainly do that. Oh, and one other topic, student loans. We talked about this about a month ago when I had one of my lenders come on board. If student loans are a big consideration when buying FHA or conventional product. Okay, so all that being said, have a great day. We're here for you. Reach out to me, inbox me, and we will, again, talk about your specific needs and help you chart your path and your goals, achieving your goals. Wendy Lee, Exit at Home Realty, 847-420-5923, 847-420-5923. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye-bye.